Bobo throws that thing in the end zone and...
Yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line!
Cambiando estaba Billingsley. Interceptado. Y a ver hasta dónde lo puede devolver. Es Kelly Ringo. Sigue Ringo. Corta adentro. Ringo. Touchdown. Georgia.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Robert Iron E. Singleton, a.k.a. D-Dog from The Walking Dead, or Alton from The Blind Side. Also the former DB turned running back for the University of Georgia. And you are watching Respect the Hedges on the Fan Addict Sports Network. All right, guys, go Dogs. Sick 'em.
What's going on? What's going on, man? We back. Listen, it's Respect Edges. It's your boy, Coach I, man. We in LA, man. It's kind of dreary out here, but we're going to make it do what it do. Y'all bear with me. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me, man. I'm trying to operate two different devices out here, trying to do it a little different. But if not, I can make it work another way. As always, we're presented by the Tailgate Kings.
It's really a simple process. Stay calm. And really be consistent. And this team's been really consistent.
All right, man. Listen, we got about an hour and a half to go for the national championship, man. We got a couple of the Respect the Hedges crew in. We're going to give our thoughts for the game. We ain't going to hold y'all long, man. I'm in the hotel about to get ready to go hang with the dogs in SoCal and cheer on our guys, man. Let's go ahead and bring them on, man. Former wide receiver for the Dogs, Corey Allen, man. What's up, CA?
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on. I'm stuck down here in Atlanta. I am hating on everything y'all got going on. You pretending like you struggling. I wonder what you did last night, Coach. You can tell the truth to the fans. They understand why you struggle. You a very intelligent young man, and now we struggling with equipment. Don't give us that. But look at here, man. We came to see what these dogs got cooking tonight. As you can tell, I'm as excited as my boy E-Rob ordinarily is, because it's on today is the day. You can't repeat before today. You can't do anything until you get it done tonight. And this is the stage we all want to be on, and we got the setting. I'm looking at all the posts in LA. I'm looking at the alumni showing up to represent. I want to see what kind of percentage we have in the stadium, because I feel like we got the best product on the field. We got to prove it, but I do understand, and I feel like that roster, that coaching staff, we understand the moment. We know what's in front of us, and I couldn't be more excited about what's in front of the team right here in a few hours.
That's right, man. Last night we was hanging out. The Dog Nation was at the JW Marriott, man, the official team hotel. It was live and uncut, but we'll say that for another day. But let's go ahead and bring on another former wide receiver, man, Shawty Parker. What's going on, Shawty? You in here? There we go. We got you. That's what's up, Shawty?
Hey, man, hater number 2 in the building. I'm hating hard too, man. I sure enough hate that, I can't be live on location, but I'm there in spirit. It's no more looking at film. It's no more nitpicking. It's time to repeat, man. Let's go, man. Let's get it, man.
That's right, man. Hey, that's right.
We done lost them.
Here I go.
hey, they splitting up too much data out there, man.
You know what? It must be a West Coast thing. I'm telling you, everybody out there partying. I'm looking online. I got a couple of live shots popping up. I'm trying to keep my data down. That's why my screen isn't on. But we both know what's going on out there in LA. The party already started, man. So
hey, man. Listen, coach, we back, man. We're going old school. I had to flip it up, man. I had to flip it up, dog.
Hey, you had to preserve some of that data.
Yeah, man. Listen here, man. The phone was tripping, so I had to come to the computer, dog. Hey, man. That's what it is, man. Hey, when you're a dog, man, you just make a way. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Run the audible.
Hey, run the audible, man. You know who the first up in the building, man. It was Shelby, baby. She said, "Go Dogs, bring home that trophy, man." That's what's up. Hey, we normally on Tuesdays, and some of our people probably don't even know we on right now, man. We're just gonna get some thoughts on what's going on for the game, man. Shawty, tell us what you're thinking about tonight, man. Hey, how you feeling?
Hey, you know, my thoughts haven't changed, man. I really think, you know, TCU, you know, they had a great season, a good team. I think they've done something that no one expected them to do. But right now, man, this is where the, you know, the rubber meet the road at. You know, unfortunately, you know, I feel like they just outmanned. You know, like I said, it's been a great year for them, but we just got too much firepower. We too deep up front on both sides of the ball. And I really think that's where, you know, like most other teams, they're going to run into problems with us. I see them trying to kind of hang around in the beginning through the excitement, all the adrenaline pumping and all this and that. Even with that being said, Cole, can y'all find any TCU fans out there?
Listen, let me tell you about yesterday, man. So we went down to Santa Monica Pier trying to just get something to eat early. I think they got on the TCU message boards and say, let's all meet up at Santa Monica Pier
I
because the
think
whole
that's their
contingent.
spot.
Listen, the whole contingent was there. It was purple. Like my boy looked at me, says too much purple, man. Let's go back to LA, man. Let's go to the LA where all the dogs at.
Okay.
And so we had to get, but that was where they was at. It's a couple of them here in the hotel, but you know, I think they all staying up in Santa Monica, man. It was purple everywhere on the pier. So
I think I heard the same thing.
Yeah, I was actually shocked.
I heard a lot about, you know, them getting to Santa Monica and doing their thing from there. So I'm not surprised to hear that. I'm glad y'all got out of there. You know, let's handle that business in the stadium. I wanted to ask y'all, or really just see, you know, what you guys thought, because I'm looking at the game. You know, I feel like Coach Monken really has everything at his disposal. You know, we are on paper the bigger and stronger team. Is he going to want to lean into that and let the run game really dictate the pace and play strong defense and just complimentary football, or are we going to, you know, take advantage of what Stetson can bring to the table and try to be more dynamic? You know, I'm anxious to see how Coach Monken comes about the game plan, because I think what Michigan did was successful. They just failed in the red zone. So everything was available. It really should not have been that close a game, but the big plays, when you get in the red zone, I feel like they were in the 10, inside the 10, at least 2 or 3 different possessions with no points. And then those pick sixes, like all of those things help to create momentum for TCU. They are a good team, but if we play mistake-free football, I really feel like the Dogs might kick it out early. It might not be competitive early, as long as, you know, we get the brand of football I'm looking for, which is mistake-free, sound and efficient. We don't have to trick. Let's just line up and see what they want to do man to man.
Yeah, I think like Thad is always saying, man, we got to play that complimentary football today, man. We got to start out. We got to make sure we're trying to run in between them tackles, make them respect us in them trenches, so they can't be walk. You know what I'm saying? Make them walk some of them safeties up, and then I think the slot game gonna be big tonight because they got 2 good outside corners, but they safeties look like they prime for the taking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for the slots to have a big day today, whether it be Brock Bowers or Arian Smith. Or Ladd. Hopefully Ladd's 100%. I'm looking for them slots to get off today. Stat guys in the building representing for the Carolina Gamecocks, wanting us to bring it back to the South. What's going on, Stat guy?
I respect that.
Try. Yeah.
Get in where you fit in, man. We got a little room on the boat.
Hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. What's going? You're a word to say, go dogs, sick 'em, man. Hey, like Thad say, man, it's game day.
Hey, CA, to CA point, though, you know, I think one of the things that's going to help us play that mistake-free football is not trying to trick nobody. I think we're going to line up and hand the ball off and throw it when we need to throw it. Because I don't see why we you know, try to pull out all these tricks. Unfortunately, but fortunately, they're not an explosive team like Ohio State. I think we had a different mindset coming out to play Ohio State, because we knew it was going to be a close game and it was going to take a lot of scoring. This particular game is almost somewhat the opposite. I see us going back to kind of almost have like a SEC schedule game and lining up and just beating the shit out of them and throwing when we have to throw it.
the Arkansas game a few years ago in that 3-3-5 or whatever they ran, with those linebackers. I think we should just, give it to them how they want it, and it ain't gonna feel good, if I get what I want.
And like we've been saying for a couple of weeks now, man, Kendall Milton been looking healthier than ever and a little bit
That's
faster.
true.
And let's give it to that. Let's give it to that 6'2", you know what I'm saying? 235, 240 right up the middle and make them feel it every play. And
I would love to see that.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as they walk them down, hit them with the play action instead over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you guys, what do you think? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was done. Go ahead, CA.
I was going to ask you a quick question as far as Darnell's contribution. He's from Las Vegas. Coach said he's pretty much going to be a game time decision. I think he's going to be a big part in the blocking scheme, especially if I'm looking at the game plan that I just mentioned as far as run heavy, time of possession. How do you feel he might be able to impact the game if we can get some snaps from Darnell Washington that matter tonight?
I think he's gonna be in the run game heavy. I think he'll get in some routes, but I don't know if we'll be looking for him. You know what I'm saying? Just because he might not be 100%, but he might. I think he's good enough to get in that 3-point stance and displace some people, and that's what I'm looking for. That outside linebacker in that 3-3-5, man. If he can displace that guy, that open up that edge too. So I think he's going to be there. And then I think we might see some Oscar Delp in the pass game. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to key on Brock Bowers. Everybody knows Brock and what he can do. He had a bad game last game and still had 4 catches for 64 yards. So
true.
I think Delp, now that they've had a week to prepare, he's going to be in the passing game. I think in the pass game, man, he might be just as comfortable as Brock, just, a little less experience.
That'll be good to see.
Yeah, I think Darnell Washington, man. I think he's gonna be in that run game, man. I mean, that dude's still 6'8", 260 something, bro. That's crazy.
And we know Kirby. Look at man. Kirby ain't gonna put him out there unless he's ready to go.
Facts.
I would love to see him get out there and be on the edge and at the point of attack and close the edges down. But if he's out there, I can see him running some 5, 6, 7 yard routes, turning around, using his body, moving the chain, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can see that. Quainty McCorvey say Dog Nation. That's right. Dog Nation. Listen, man. We all over LA, man, everywhere. Whether you're going to Huntington Beach or Manhattan Beach, we everywhere. Even now I seen a lot of TCU in Santa Monica. The Dogs are still representing now. We wasn't scared of these clowns now.
When I last checked, I think they had the ticket sales. I think it was that TCU had 37% of the ticket sales.
Yeah. Well, the Dog Nation is what it is. We're gonna be here. We're gonna do what we do. I told them, I say, y'all can have Santa Monica. We're gonna take over SoFi. You'll feel it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be exciting, man. That environment, I feel like it's gonna be electric. The stadium is gonna provide what it provides, but I'm anxious to see how we come out, especially, man, because I think that's gonna be important. For our guys to just go ahead, take the lead. I want to get in a comfortable situation. I had enough stress dealing with Ohio State. I'm looking for a different situation tonight, man. I can hope for the best, and I'm gonna wish for it because I think we got the team. I think we got the team that can do it. Yeah, to be honest, I do because I know I got the better defense, and I'll rely on that in the second half anyway. But I'll take the ball first. I'm not mad either way, Thad, because I feel like I'm better than they are. Right. But I won't. If I had to pick, I want Stetson to get out there, and I want my offensive line to get lathered up as quickly as possible because we know play action to come into play, sometime close to half.
Yeah, I think tackling is going to be key. You saw last week we had a problem tackling C.J. Stroud, you know what I'm saying? And but I think the difference is we went into this week knowing that Max Duggan is going to try to run, you know what I'm saying? Like Anthony AR-15 from Florida, like the dude from Arkansas. Like when we prepare for you to run, like Michigan's quarterback last year, we was prepared for him to run, you know what I'm saying? It's different when we don't think the guy's going to run. I don't even know if they practice for that. They was like, just do whatever you do. But I think we'll be ready for Max today. As long as we can keep Quentin Johnston in check, which I feel like we should be able to, because we can bracket him, and their secondary receivers are good, but they're not like Ohio State secondary receivers. You know what I'm saying? That's a different animal.
True.
So
and that's one thing I don't want to get caught in is kind of how we got caught up with C.J. Stroud. We play, man, and everybody back turn, and this kid gets a chance to take off running. I hope we don't have to dedicate a spot to this guy. I'm hoping our front 4 and 5 can contain this guy. And if that's the case, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, stat guy doing what he do, man. Finding that data that I can't find. He said historically TCU takes the ball when they win the toss, and Kirby always like to go defense when we win the toss. So we may not get that ball first, but I'm cool with it either way. Let's go ahead and shut them down and then get a touchdown. That'll go ahead and start this game off right. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. As far as Duggan and his mobility, I think he's more susceptible to run. As far as when I compare him to C.J. Stroud, especially going into the game, I didn't anticipate C.J. Stroud with all of that athleticism and moving to continue to throw in the pocket. I think Duggan is more, even though he's more likely to run, he's nowhere. I don't think he is the athlete. I think my linebackers have a much better matchup tracking him than tracking CJ, even though he might run a little bit more often. So I'm not as afraid of him moving because we have mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Getting to him is just what we have to focus on.
And I think our DBs, man, as long as we can be in the area of the wide receiver, Max is a good quarterback, but he is not the accurate guy that CJ Stroud is. CJ Stroud it don't matter how close you are to the guy, he can put it in his hand regardless of where you playing it. Not for nothing. Hey, against Michigan, he was 48% passing. So if he's 48% passing against our guys, I like our chances.
True. He needed all that, the pick six and everything.
Yeah, Mike Free in the building. Say go Dogs. What's going on, Mike Free?
And if we can eliminate any big plays, man, like, just kind of like 50-50 balls and things like that, that's really the only shot I think they have is 50-50 balls and us maybe busting some coverages and things like that, which is something generally we just don't do.
Bet we got Alabama fans checking in for your question. Jonathan Lewis, what's going on, my man? Alabama fans say, how many top 100 players on this TCU team? Basically asking a rhetorical question. They said, great story. No matter what happens, he said, but he got the Dogs winning big, man.
Hey, we take it how it comes. We don't know who they put on the schedule. We just line up and play, baby. That's all we can do.
That's what we do. That's what we do. You say you had something, CA?
Man, I'm moving so fast. I was gonna write it down, but actually, this is what I was gonna ask. It came back to me. You ain't the only one celebrating, Coach. Coach, when we look at the defensive side of the ball, besides Jalen Carter, who do we feel like needs to have that big game? Looking at what TCU does, they've got the big perimeter wide receiver. They got a running back if he's healthy. He's coming at 220 pounds, full speed ahead. The offensive line, you might have question marks in there, but they're in the national championship game. So, they made it this far for a reason.
Right.
Who do you anticipate? Who do you think we need to really pay attention to on our side as far as having a productive game to make sure we do keep everything in front of us, just like Thad mentioned?
That front 5 or 6 together, man. I need them to stop the run, and so we'll have to commit no more bodies to the run. Their starting running back, he's a home run threat, but I don't know how healthy he is. He got hurt. They say he's a game time decision, kind of like Darnell. But their backup did go for 150 against Michigan, and Kirby likes to take away that run. I was telling somebody, I told my boy before the Ohio State game, Ohio State wants to run, but they don't have to. They got enough weapons on the outside that they feel totally comfortable just throwing the ball up and down the field if need be. Texas Christian, man, I think they want to run. They want to be a balanced team, 50-50. So if we can take away that run, I think it's a turn into one of those like UGA Tennessee mid-season. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
I'm really focusing on defense. I'm really focusing on the inside linebackers because if those guys are running around making plays, that means they are free. That means the defensive line is eating up space. They're keeping the guys free. And anytime number 10, our inside linebackers are having a great game, it seems like everybody else tend to follow suit.
That's facts. Clemson fans checking in. Gray Little, he say Frogs by 20, but he's just kidding. He say go Tigers. He said he knows the truth. Okay. He say he got the Dogs by 10 tonight.
Have a drink to that.
Hey, you know what? I respect that, man. Look, I got a couple of shots on social media I've been taking a look at, man. It's a lot of a lot of other schools that, might want to throw shade. If you're an SEC school throwing shade, if you're not Alabama, I don't know what you're doing it for, man. Look, we all got to split the check. You know this about the SEC. It's bigger than that, baby.
We bringing it home, baby.
Exactly. You're going to get a part of this and you're going to act like that. Come on, man. Treat me right. Now, you need to act like you know what's going on. You need your facility taken care of. I'm here to help this year. So don't treat me that way when we come home with this money. But at the same time, I got a couple of Georgia Tech haters that, on my line. I respect that. You know, you're supposed to be mad. I don't want you to win no games.
You're going to stay mad.
Hey, exactly. That's where you need to be. I want you right where you at. Shout out to y'all and how your program looking. But yeah, man, it's amazing for me to look at some of the state, whether it's local around the state or even in the conference. You know, you ain't got no business hating on us unless you Alabama. Hey, I respect it. They got something to talk about. The rest of y'all clowns, man, sit down somewhere.
That's right, man. I've been seeing it all week too, CA, man. It seems like, listen, man, outside of the state of Georgia, man, it's like them people want TCU to win. I'm like, I think Vandy fans, they like, look, we just here for the check, baby. Bring the check home. You know,
that's why you gotta respect Stat guy. At least he know. Look at man, it's about the conference now.
That's all.
It's a bigger picture now. You had
we can't SEC for a reason. We bringing it home.
That's facts, man. We all splitting this check, man. We get this championship money. That's what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What the Stat guy giving Gray a little bit in the comments because Stat guy's the Carolina guy and Gray is the Clemson guy. So he got the right to
that's between them. That's family business.
He said he's a Bama family. He said, let's go dogs. So Jonathan Vick, that's my co-worker right there. That's another Jonathan.
What's I need Hog Wild on the bandwagon too.
Hey, we try. Listen. SEC fans, if you watching, listen, man. If you ain't root for us before the game, root for us now because we bringing the check back to the South. That's what we're trying to do. Think about the money. It's a business transaction, baby.
That's what we're here for. You'll see. You're gonna see that logo.
You want your school to get that new weight room, don't you?
Right.
Ticket don't sell themselves, baby. Here we go.
That's right, baby. I'm telling you, man, I done met a lot of good dogs out here, man. You know, from all over the country, man. We everywhere. I done met some Santa Monica dogs, some dogs from the East Coast. We everywhere, to be honest with you, man. And I'm proud of the dogs. Hey, we always showing up, man. I was talking to my boy. I'm like, if we should pull this off, I was like, when we gonna get like the Bama fans, but we just be like, you know what, man, it don't even matter. We got a couple. We ain't even gonna come no more. Right now, we all in it, and we show up everywhere.
Give me like 4 or 5 more hours before I have that conversation. Let me get there first. Let me wear the belt before I claim it. You know, but at the same time, you know, I'm always proud of Dog Nation, man. That's what I mentioned earlier. The support. You know, as a former guy that had a chance to be on the field, we always love looking up and seeing mom, dad, alumni, classmates. You know, it's all big and important because you need to know, you know, who supports you. You know, you want to look them in the eye. You want to thank them for that, but at the same time, it drives performance. You know, so these players understand. Hey, these fans didn't travel just because they want to go to LA. You know, we came down for a reason, and that's a part of understanding the assignment. So I'm excited, and I always want to shout out Dog Nation for their support.
That's right. The G will be rocked tonight in LA, regardless of the outcome. Just know that, regardless, because what Kirby's doing in Athens, man, I couldn't be more proud. Like you say, you guys got a chance to play with him. I went to school with him. So, man, what he's doing in the last 2 years, he's actually going for history tonight. If we should pull this off tonight, we will be the winningest program in a 2-year stretch in college football history. That is something to be said.
And even that's crazy. Coach, if you take a little deeper look, you know, the head man said this, you know, we built this program to be sustainable. You know, we're not going in the portal doing all these things and all these transfers. This man is showing you to how to build a program from the bottom up. It ain't just been the past 2 years. I mean, from 5-6 years. I mean, it's been coming. We've been chipping away at the wood, and we finally here. And now that we here, the way that he's built this program, we will continue to recruit. I don't see us going anywhere anytime soon. And like he said, we're not here to be hunted. We're going to always be the hunter.
That's right. You're right, man. He is whenever the head man does go in the portal, it's more for, you know, like a Band-Aid for something that we might have a leak. He might need to put a little caulk in the leak. That's about it. You know, he's not out here using the portal to build teams. And I think that is how you sustain it. You bring in the best players and you train them up, and then you get them drafted. And draft night is always a good advertisement for the Dogs. So I don't expect any different this year, you know, regardless of the outcome tonight. And he's doing a good job with that. And as long as he keeps that up, we'll be, up here at the top of the mountain, trying to chase these championships.
Coach, the formula is easy. The execution is what's hell. Like, you know, to be able to keep the players in the building, to develop them. Because everyone's playing, the playing field's even. You know, everyone's trying to do what he does, bring in the best guys, develop them to championship caliber. But the keeping them part, especially with the portal, with NIL, with competition down the street being comparable, that's what's most impressive to me. You know, he's got the players that want to play for Kirby Smart, and that matters. You know, yeah, they love Georgia, but they want to play for Kirby. And that means a lot right now, especially when he walks into those living rooms and has a conversation with a mom, a pop, or a kid about coming to Athens. So, you know, I love to see his dedication to it. You know, he comes from that, being a coach's son. He is that, being a former Bulldog, and, you know, he knows what he's doing, and he's just going to continue to prove it. So as a classmate, I salute him, but I'm anxious to see, you know, what we do tonight.
That's right. Malik Savage checking in. What's going on, Malik? He said, do go Georgia. Do we think Quentin Jefferson, I think you mean Quentin Johnston, the wide receiver, will be a problem? Listen, the dude wasn't the semifinals for the Biletnikoff for no reason. I think we'll go out and make some plays, but, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like we'll make more plays. Like Thad said, I think, you know, when it comes to the Jimmys and Joes, man, they got a good starting, you know, lineup. But in games like this, you got to go deep. You know, and I don't think they go as deep as us. They'll, like, you know, CA mentioned in the beginning, I think they'll put up a good fight, you know, in the early, but I think we're just gonna wear them down, man. We're just too talented, too deep. We're just gonna keep coming, keep chopping, and it's gonna wear on them. I just don't think they built like that. So yeah, I think he's gonna have some catches, but I don't think he's Marvin Harrison, but I think he's just a different style receiver. Let's just say
what you see, Thad. What you think?
I mean, you know, I always kind of try to look at the things that kind of go almost unheard and unsaid. So I'm really thinking, like, you know, being a University of Georgia, like, we've been in these type of games for the past 3-4 years. TCU, this is a big stage for them. Granted, they won last week or the week and a half ago, but how are they able to bounce back emotionally and physically from draining from the Michigan game? You know what I'm saying? That takes a toll on the program, especially when you don't have the numbers. And what I mean by numbers, when you don't have the depth.
Yeah.
That takes a big toll on you. So I really want to see how this team's come out.
Yeah.
I want to know if they're going to be flat, or they're going to look kind of nervous, or they're going to be look underprepared, or they're going to have the deer in the headlight looks. That's what I'm looking for before the ball even snapped.
That's right. Antonio partnered in a bit of AP. He said, "Hey, fellas, ain't nobody saying nothing." Hey, man, we here. We here. Abraham C400 say we bringing the heat. Go Dogs out. He repping in Madison, Georgia. That's right. We rep it. Hey, we got to rep all over the world, baby. We got to watch this game and rep whatever time zone you are in right now. Make sure you repping the Dogs, repping the G. Let them know. Bark loud. That was our first welcome to LA when we got to the restaurant, bar, whatever we was in. I didn't even know where the dog barking was coming from. We just walked in with the G's on. We heard a whole bunch of
just being welcome.
Hey, let's see if the coach made some early mistakes too, because he ain't used to this stage either.
That's something I ain't really thought about, because, you know, he's been coaching for a while, but he ain't never been in this game though. You're right.
That's true. So he, you know, everything, you know, he might clinch up a little bit. This his first year with the program. You know, this is this his initial foray. I mean, they got a story to tell. You know, it's already a beautiful. Yeah. Exactly. I do want to kind of salute that, you know, but I do need that to come to an end. Though it ain't gonna always be what you want. And I know that, you know, my guys want it bad too. But, you know, I do salute what they have done. And that's a big question, Thad, is Sonny Dykes ready for the moment? You know, this is an all his life moment. You know, even when I look at his interviews this past week, he knows this is a stage that is unfamiliar. They're just gonna, you know, of course, put their best foot forward. So that'll be something that we get a chance to take a look at, because what we know is, you know, when Kirby first got to Athens, there were some question marks about, you know, his coaching and is he ready for the big stage?
And it shows, CA.
And we saw some mistakes. Exactly. And now when we look at, you know, one time out got us, he legendary now, you know, he sees it now. He was in the Matrix and made that call. So, you know, I feel good about my guy.
What about the refs?
Slow down for him.
Good question.
What about the refs? What conference are they from? Or do we have a mixture?
That I don't know. I was kind of hoping. Call me crazy. But I'm kind of hoping for some ACC refs. I'll be honest with you.
They usually let it fly, don't they?
Yeah. Stat guy, hey, let us know where the refs are gonna be from, man. Hit us with that info. We got some dogs checking in.
He probably
Hey,
got the whole staff, and he know their tendencies and everything. So
We got somebody from the deck in the house, man.
that's right.
East
Latonia in the
side.
house. That's right. Go dogs. That's what I'm talking about. Mike Free. He said he representing the G in Hawaii. That's right. Let them luau's know. We can luau and represent the G as well.
Man, it's a
Adrian
beautiful
Brand
thing
say nothing but a G thing. Checking in. What's going on, man?
going
Myron
on, eh?
McQuarrie say let's go dogs. That's
Go
what
dogs.
the dogs is checking in. The refs, Mike Free say the refs are from the ACC.
Okay.
Yep. All right. V Dilla say happy
I might need
Founders Day to CA. Shout out.
Blue fire.
Oh
I like
man.
that.
Let's see who we
Yeah,
have.
we got a lot going on. Man. Shout out to
man.
shout out to my front, Earl Chambers, strong safety, coach down at Earl at LaGrange College. His birthday was yesterday.
Shout out EC.
Hey, happy birthday. Stat guy.
Yeah,
It did confirm what Mike Free said. It is ACC refs. Let's hope the
okay.
ACC. Hey man, ACC. Listen here now, y'all in the Southeast with us now.
They know ball.
AP say he pray our secondary is on point. God, please keep us in phase and in the hip pockets of the receiving Horned Frogs. Amen.
I think Big Quentin is really the only the biggest threat. I think he's the biggest threat in the game. I feel like my linebackers and front seven are going to focus on the run game heavily. But I feel like he does have a chance to get 80 to 100 yards receiving, but I think that might be all they have. I don't feel like, there are a lot of other threats. I could be proven wrong. They've got speed,
they got
on the perimeter,
guy,
but
they got one guy that, like you say, got speed. He returned punts. That's what we're going to have to watch him on.
But the way they get off, they're going to have to be having some running lanes, because if they don't have no running lane, it don't make no sense to be singling people up on the back end.
We not.
Okay.
I agree.
All right, it's time for Coach I to get up and go get dressed and go get with the dogs. Y'all make sure wherever you watching, you're loud, you're proud, you're representing the G.
We hating on you, man. Don't be trying to sign us off all loud and proud. And here we go, and everybody rap it all. Get out of here, man.
I'm trying to rev up the crowd.
He going to the stage. Hey, Coach said he got to go. He finna kick it. He finna get in the building. Hey, let me know what the temperature is, Coach, man. We glad y'all out there. Everybody else, I'm disappointed. Look, the whole staff is in SoFi, and they ain't on here.
Listen,
what y'all do last night,
Coach?
Shout out to E-Rob. Shout out to C-Rob. Cool Cal and JB. Out there deep and couldn't make the show.
Listen,
that's a great sign.
Yes, last night was crazy.
Y'all hung out last night, Coach.
Listen, man, them dudes.
Ain't nobody make it.
Listen, JB done spent a whole day, and I guess he ain't got day. Listen, man, he ain't had a fourth quarter he thought he was gonna have. He ain't get to make it last night. So and then I don't know where the other fellas was. They
all gonna be in the stadium. They recovering. Yeah. Get that Gatorade in, boys. Go Dogs.
All right, man. Listen, for CA live from an ATL, Shawty in the ATLs, Coach I, man. We in Inglewood about to roll out with the SoCal Alumni Association. Hey, represent the G. Go Dogs. Let's bring it home.
Go Dogs.
Back to back, respect.